Hello guys, welcome to DSNnamdi Network Show, where we blend the esoteric knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and the basic knowledge into our ways of life. We need to understand something, and that is, your ignorance of what is happening does not make the unfolding of the events not to happen. It will definitely happen. So we must understand yourself, the world in general, and who you are inside of this being you hold. All right, so we're here today to always give you the unfiltered, well-researched knowledge of your being and your existence. Thank you so much. I remain your host, DSNnamdi. Stay tuned. And don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to DSNnamdi Network on all platforms. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's fourth episode. And we'll be talking about season and time. What is season and what is time? These are two different phenomena to life existence. Thank you. I am your host, DSNnamdi, and today let's delve into the season of our time. Right. Now, what is season? Season gives to us some certain disposition of God towards humankind and what is above us, the celestial beings. It gives us the rain, the sunshine, the dry season, the winter, every other season you can see. And it also gives us our own personal life season. There are season of abundance, season of lack, season of learning, season of nothing. I believe most men would go through this process of having nothing, but as a season. And each season is equivalent to time. That means whenever you're going through any season, always remember there's a time for it. So no season can last forever and no time can stay put forever. Now let's move. The season of life and the timing of life enables you and I to know that our life is personal in the eyes of God. You don't have to look, envy, or say or nag around any man's success or any man's failure to succeed. Because when you're successful, it is your time to receive abundance. And remember, success comes with a knowledge of savings. You must save for dry season. There's always going to be season. If you're receiving, let's say you're receiving 1 million every month right now, there'll be time when you receive 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. But there'll be times when the 1 million is not going to be coming at that. It might reduce to 500,000. So if you don't save the 1 million, when you start receiving 500,000, what would now be your life? So in all these teachings today, I want to make one thing note to everybody. Envy no man, be jealous of no man, stay focused to your own timing, for your season will surely pass to something greater, and your time will surely come. According to the scripture, Jesus made mention that is in God's hand to give power to every time and season. And it's not in our disposition to know these times in the face of God. But I tell you something. Every man who plays the good role, who plays the good role of saving, who plays the good role of going out there to look for what is good for him, to create opportunity for himself and his family and those around him. Every good man who goes out there to look for something that benefits him and the world in general, there's going to be a time for you to actualize. Delve into this. Sometimes we feel like God is not answering our prayers. Sometimes we feel like all we are doing is not manifesting. And most times we feel like our life is just purged into suffering. But no, it is not. The more you look into another man's life, the more it gravitates something that should have been and is not happening. And you are not birthed on earth with another man. You are birthed according to your time. In the last episode, I made mention about zodiac sign, and I didn't give more detail to it because it's a different topic entirely. The zodiac sign has what we call the houses. The houses entails the businesses you need to do as a person, and the businesses you shouldn't do as a person. The thought process that should come to your mind as a person, and that we should not come to your mind as a person. A season of rain cometh in a given time and cease in the other time. So when rain is falling, you say, oh my God, why does this rain is falling so much? It's an idea God has given to every man. When the rain is falling, and you have no capacity to generate water for yourself, you need to create what they call the storage system. Storage system is also what we call the banking system right now when it comes to resources. Storage system is what we call the asset system as well when it comes to resources. Do you want to generate what we call the generational wealth, prosperity, or posterity? Then you need to understand the value and the law of storage system. Save when you have in abundance, save when you have little, for that will help you and aid you to actualize the big dreams you have. What is timing to our life? What is timing to your destiny? What is timing to people around you? Don't allow anybody tell you, are they not your mates? Are they not your mates? Is this guy not your friend? He's now making millions. He's not driving Benz. He's not driving this. He's not driving that. He built a house for his mother. So what are you doing? The more your parent or your friend tells you about these things, the more they make you want to go outside your time and your path to start craving for something that is not yours. The fact of life is, the first to start the race might not be the last to finish the race. That is the fact of life. So understanding season and time will help you to know when it's time for you to build. Now, before building, remember, there will be something called thinking, planning. Planning is a mental building. In the face of planning, you might not have the physical building to show, but you are thinking about it. You're planning towards it. You're praying to God about it. No man has to know. Sometimes the things you're going through life got to be private. The power of privacy equates to this season and time. When God gives you an idea, or you generated an idea and you start telling your friends, most times that idea dies automatically because you have professed this idea before the time and not the season. So let's say you have a seed, and this seed, for you to put it on the floor, you need the raining season, and you don't know. You got to sit and you're so excited. Oh, I got this idea. I got the seed. I got this stuff. I got this. And you open the ground and you place it down. Two ways to generate season, mostly raining season, is either it's coming from natural phenomenon, which is the season coming from God's heaven, or you put the water down to the season. And the water means the ones you've saved. If an idea comes, you need resources to push the idea. So it's either you wait for God to generate the resources for you, but waiting on God is not you folding your arms. Waiting on God is you doing something to trigger the push of the doors that releases the season for your time. Most times you see people saying, oh, this young guy just died. He committed suicide. This young guy just joined a secret society that he gave his life in exchange for wealth. Oh, this man, great man with every affluence and influence in the world, he died because he made an oath covenant with a divine entity that's not supposed to. Remember in my previous episode, I spoke about angels and demons. These two have powers to generate whatever you want, but the consequences therein is what you need to think about. Now, when a man commits suicide can only be generated by a clustered idea of him thinking he has to be or he ought to be in this level and is not. When you have such ideas that you have to be in this level you're not, it's either God is showing you where you ought to be or you're the one imposing the position to yourself. And when it's self-imposing, it leads to suicidal thoughts. It leads to envy. It leads to damaging thoughts. Self-destruction. So we have to say no to these things. And how can we identify people with damaging thoughts? Number one, when you see another man around you being successful, are you happy for him? Because you see, when you have genuine happiness for someone who is successful, it triggers something. It triggers a season for you. It triggers a season. As man can manipulate season to generate rain before its time, so man can withhold your blessing. It's even in the Bible. The Bible says something about the cankerworm eating your time and God giving you abundance when it comes for you. So you must understand that the man has the power to look into your life and say, this one has a great destiny and I must destroy it. How can you protect your destiny? By shush, keep silence of your plans. That's one way of protecting your destiny. How can you reconnect back your destiny to bosom in your time? By knowing when is your season or not. When it's not your season, it's not an offense for you to say, well, I know every friend of mine are millionaires, are billionaires, they have cars and I don't have cars. Be contented with what you are, but don't be satisfied with your position. Even God said to a rich man that has everything in his life, the rich man said to himself, the Bible called him a foolish rich man, I think, something like that. He said, now I have food in my barns. Now I have money. Now I have cars in my garage. I have everything. I have digits in my account. I have nothing to worry about. Oh, I am okay. And God said, today I will take your life. In abundance of season and time, always note that you must be careful of what you think about yourself. Be careful of what you attract to yourself. When you have abundance and you feel like now it's okay, now you have everything, that is when you might face the biggest temptation in your life. Because your mind has been situated that this is it. But life is a progressional sequence in its given. You must progress. The more you have, the more you must generate this having to affect other lives, to give to people that don't have, to inspire people that don't have, to inspire people to be like you and more like you. But when you have for yourself, for your family, you feel every other person is just nonsense. Now let's go to the story of the rich man and Lazarus. The Bible said that Lazarus is not even a gatesman. Lazarus was a beggar in the gate of the rich man's house. And see what happened. This is a divine understanding we must know. The rich man has in abundance. The family and his whole concubine, everybody is eating in abundance. They even give their dogs so much more than a man who sits outside and begging for his crop. We do that today. You find so many families feeding their dogs, buying big dogs everywhere, feeding their dogs. So how can you level a life of a dog to that of a human being? You see that we are not balanced these days. When you have in your season abundance, remember that it's only timing, and timing comes with your life. Number one, we're not going to live forever. So when you have so much and you hold it to yourself, you will die leaving these things to yourself. And when you die, these things have become vanity. Even if you give them to your family, they might not regenerate these resources the way you do. So it's going to be going out there to the world. That's a law. So your having is equal to giving. That's a perfect balance. Your waiting and your timing is equal to preparation. That's an equal balance. Remember, do not forsake the humble beginning, meaning when you have nothing, when you're starting from ground zero, always remember from ground zero, you are heading to 1, 2, and 3. These are the phases of life. From whence you're birthed into this world, you must grow. Being fed or not, you must grow. When you have an idea, either you germinate the idea, you make it come to life, or the idea dies. It's two things to everything, life or death. So when your time and season comes, remember, there are people that you must inspire. There are people that you must give to, because their destiny might be tied to your success. And when you refuse to give these people the things that they need to know or need to have, my brother, my sister, you have failed the connection of your life, and that will reduce the blissfulness of your soul. Today's topic is not solely about resources or money. It's not solely about your affluence in politics. It's not solely about how big or how complete you are. It's solely about understanding the connection and the balance of God's creation. For before you came into this world as a human being, there was an activation of intercourse. Your mom and your dad or your mom came together to give birth to you. So 1 and 1 would always give birth to 2. If God is blessing you, when you know it's your time, preparation activates blessings. You must be ready, be prepared. So when your blessing comes, you are prepared to carry the blessing to the next level. There's so many adage and also sequences that we can give to this. Even when the Bible states that Jesus was talking about the parable of the virgins. He said he told them, take the lamps, go out there, wait for the man. And some of them had to say, oh, I don't have oil, I don't have fuel, I don't have kerosene, I don't have all these things that fuel this lamp. Oh, let me reduce it, let me off it so I can preserve. Whenever God is saying go, you have to go. Faith needs to be activated, and faith without action, obviously the Bible said, is dead. So your life is tied to your season, and your life is tied to your time. Always remember, many people are tied to your time and season. When you have, you must be okay to give advice with your whole heart. When you don't have, be okay to give advice to someone. Cheer for the person, for your time will come and others will cheer for you. I remain your host, DSNnamdi. Don't forget to follow, like, and share. Please comment, because with your comment, we would know when and where to go and move forward into this. Thank you so very much, and stay blessed. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I'm your host, DSNnamdi. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and comment. God bless you.